Blue Nile is a legitimate diamond retailer where I bought my wife's diamond, but there are a few things you need to know about them and the website when you're shopping with them so it optimizes your experience. So I will take you through the process of how I buy from them. And also, I'm going to use an engagement ring for the example of this video, but it can be used with other pieces of jewelry as well. First thing you want to do is decide whether you want to start building the ring with the ring itself or the diamond or another gemstone. For yourself, start with whichever is most important or most unique or non-negotiable. So in other words, if you have to have a certain style of a ring, start with the ring. If you have to have a certain shape of a diamond, start with that. But I'm going to start my ring by shopping for a diamond because not every ring that you buy will accept every type of diamond, as you will see in a minute. And once you've chosen your diamond and now you're picking out a ring style, it will filter out all the styles that won't accept the type of diamond that you've selected. So I go to their diamond finder page and I type in my specs. I never go below an excellent or ideal cut diamond. Watch my video on cut if you want to see why. Then for clarity and cut, I put in the lowest grades that I am willing to compromise on. If you watch my videos on clarity and color, you know I'm more willing to compromise a little bit on these. Now moving on. For most people, I highly recommend searching for diamonds available to inspect in 360 degrees on the website. So if you click this button here, you'll be able to see all the diamonds in high definition under magnification, and that's way better than searching in any brick and mortar store, which is one of the reasons I recommend shopping on Blue Nile in the first place. Then I type in my budget, so that's what I'm doing here. But while I say this, I have a link in the description below this video that will automatically filter out all the low quality and visibly flawed diamonds on their website. And so I've done that for you. So all you have to do is type in your budget. So you're getting a high quality diamond in your budget at the biggest carat, if you use those links below this video. So now what you want to do is put a small range for your budget in that budget slider. Now make note, this is the budget for the diamond only and not the whole ring. And so now if you're wanting to know, well, I don't know how much I want to spend on the ring and how much on the diamond. The diamond most of the time will be the majority of the cost. At the bare minimum, half the cost to about 75% of the cost of your diamond. If you're not getting a very, very large diamond, then it will be the majority of the cost. So now that you've put in your budget, then click on the delivery date if you need it by a certain date. I know a lot of people out there are procrastinator and they need it by Christmas or Valentine's Day or something like that. And this is an important filter if you're on a crunch. So make sure you click that box so you don't even waste your time on the other diamonds if you are on a time crunch. The reason why is some of the diamonds will take longer to receive and also some of the rings will take longer to make. Moving on, you may have noticed that I have not selected carat yet. And you might be saying, what the heck, that's normally the most important. Here's why. Most people go in with some sort of budget. So do I. I want to get the biggest carat in my budget, but I just don't want to go below what I will compromise on other factors first. So if you don't know yet what you're willing to compromise on those other things, you'll need to quickly watch all my videos on carat, cut, clarity, and color comparisons. You will then understand more about your lower limits when selecting diamonds. For example, a lot of the clarity I buy in diamonds are VS. Now you can get way better clarities, but those are the ones that are not visible to the naked eye. So you can really save money and you don't necessarily need to even go higher. Okay, so now my goal is to just find a few diamonds to compare so I can see maybe the difference between a diamond that is expensive due to its grade cut or a diamond that's more expensive to its carat or anything that matters to you. But cut and carat are the things that matter to me, so those are the things that I'm going to search for when I'm doing this. Now, important thing to note is don't necessarily look at these 360 videos on the results page. You're going to want to click on the individual pages for a better and more clear look at each diamond. Now, while I'm on these individual diamond pages, what I love about Blue Nile is all their diamonds are GIA certified and they come with a certificate that you can see online. So you don't have to filter for GIA diamonds like you have to do on most other websites. This is because Blue Nile is interested in selling high quality diamonds as opposed to other places. Now, selecting GIA certified diamonds is so important to not getting ripped off. So watch my videos on diamond scams and how to read a diamond certificate that will be in a buying diamonds playlist that pops up at the end of this video. And if you buy one from one of those lower labs, you think you're getting a great price at a high quality diamond, but actually you're getting a bad price at a low quality diamond. Now let's go back to see the results of our search again. So we start by sorting the results from cut from highest to lowest. Now the reason why I'm doing this is I want to compare diamonds, and I want to see the diamonds that are the best cut grade at the high end of my budget. So I take a look at those, and if you want to look for some at a price in the middle, then you're gonna have to skip forward a few pages, but I'm just gonna look at the top ones for time's sake. So when I see one that I think will work for me, then I click the compare button or this little heart here, and we will look at this diamond again in just a little bit. Then what I do is I do another one where I sort the price from high to low, and I just kind of search for one that looks good to me, and then I click on the compare button again. And then I go back to the sorting options and I sort for the carat from highest to lowest, which is probably the most important and the one I normally use when I buy a diamond, is I use one of the higher carat ones. And so here we've already set all the other slider filters to what we are willing to compromise on. So we know if we actually are willing to compromise on those things, this is the highest carat that our budget will afford. And then we can be assured it isn't low quality according to your standards as well. And since carat is the most impressive value in a diamond, this will be the most impressive diamond likely in your budget. And so the top one here looks good to me, so we hit compare. So now we want to go see all those diamonds that we just compared and we added to our wish list. But for me, it's just a spot to compare the diamonds I'm interested in. These 4 I selected all look good to me, so I would normally just select the biggest one, which is the 1.15 carat. But for this video, I'm not actually gonna select this diamond. In fact, I'm not gonna select any of these diamonds. I'm gonna go back to the diamond finder and I'm gonna select for a Marquise diamond. So let's pretend I actually want another diamond, and I go back and I select Marquise diamond instead. Now, if you were paying attention to the prices earlier, all I did here was switch out a round diamond for a Marquise diamond. So you'll first notice that these prices are lower than for the cost of a round diamond for the same carat and all the same characteristics. Now, I also have a video comparing all the different sizes and shaped diamonds, so you know how big each carat looks at each different shape compared to one another. And then you can also know how much each diamond costs for each shape when compared to the same carats and same quality. For example, the one on Marquise diamonds will reveal all of its advantages, but I'll tell you right now, the biggest advantage for a Marquise diamond is that it looks so big compared to other shaped diamonds of the same carat size. So after looking at these Marquise diamonds, let's say I like this one. So to pick this one, I just click on use this diamond, and now it takes me to the ring selection page. Now, you see that it remembers the diamond shape we selected. So you can see only the rings that accept and will fit a Marquise diamond will be shown in the results here. And it's already filtered out all the rings that won't. In fact, if they have pictures of the ring with the Marquise diamond in it, it will then switch to that picture, which is way better than in brick and mortar store, because if it has a ring with a round diamond in it and you want to see it with a Marquise diamond, that's almost going to be impossible unless you wait a few days or commit to some sort of buying of the diamond. Okay, so it gives you all these styles and metal options. One of the things I love about the Blue Nile website is its ring filters. The ring filters here are more extensive than other websites. So right off the bat, let's say I know the metal I pretty much want. So I'm gonna select for a metal here. And I have a pros and cons video on all the different metal types if you don't know the difference. And that's gonna be in the ring buying playlist that pops up at the end of this video if you wanna be educated on the metals. So let's say we want the rose gold. It will give you all the options possible for rose gold that will fit a Marquise diamond if you just select for it. Now, since we have so many options and not a lot of time, let's just look at the solitaire rings real quick. So we go to the individual page for this style of solitaire ring. And once we're on the style, you can see you can look at pictures of the ring in 360 degrees. So here on the individual pages of the styles, you get a 360 degree view of a lot of the rings with your metal color and your diamond shape already in it. It's really helpful to know what it will look like before you buy, as opposed to, once again, jewelry stores that they don't have the metal or the ring style and all the combination of things that you want. Here, it's so customizable. What I like even more than that view is they have a lot of customer bought rings, and you can see what customers have actually bought from Blue Nile in 360 degrees. This way you will get a feel for what it will look like in real life without going through the big hassle in a brick and mortar store. So let's look at some of these solitaire rings that customers have bought. And you can see a rose gold one, and it has an oval diamond or a round diamond in it, so you get a good kind of view of those. But then they also have white gold examples. Here's one with a round, a yellow gold one with an emerald and an oval cut diamond in it. So you can kind of look at those and you get a really good feel of what these are going to actually look like in real life. Okay, so let's say you looked at all the diamonds, but you want something even a little more fancy than a solitaire ring. So let's go back to the filter for the rings and let's look at a different style. Blue Nile's ring filter is better than most websites I've seen out there. They are far better. I love their filter style and how many styles you can actually filter for. Like you can filter for rings that have specific gemstones in them. You can filter for rings with thicker bandwidth, or you can even filter for available ring sizes if you think your size won't be one of the main kind of ring sizes. But for our example today, I'm going to select vintage for a more vintage look, which is why earlier I filtered for rose gold because I knew I wanted a vintage one, and that's why I selected a marquise, because I feel like that marquise will look good with a rose gold ring because all those things tend to have that vintage feel. So watch my ring metals video for more on that. So as I'm scrolling down, to me this one here looks super classy and isn't even $700 for a beautiful style. And so I'm gonna click on that and go to their this ring style page. And once you know it, they have a customer view for exactly what we want. It looks like someone else had my exact idea here. Now, while this video isn't on Marquise diamonds, that is a 2-carat diamond on this ring, but it almost looks 5 carats. And that is the beauty of the Marquise diamond. They look way bigger than their carat would suggest, and you don't have to pay as much as a round diamond. So that mixed with the vintage style, and this ring will definitely impress, and people will think you paid more for it than you actually did. Now, the great thing about Blue Nile is that if you pay with a bank wire, the final cost will be even less expensive too. So you're getting so many deals left and right, and pay with a bank wire, and it's even better. Don't forget that during checkout, if you want, you can have the ring engraved with a message too. Or you can look at matching wedding bands for the ring as well after you're about to check out. So there are a lot of other little things. Apart from that, Blue Nile has tons of other jewelries and birthstones and stuff you can get as gifts as well on their website. I highly recommend their rings and jewelry. So if you want to make searching for high quality diamonds easier, click on the link below this video and it will automatically filter out all of the bad diamonds and show you diamonds without visible flaws and that they sparkle at their peak. And you just type in your budget and you'll get the biggest carat that your money can buy. That is very impressive. Make sure you watch all my proposal tips and idea videos now if you want to plan the perfect proposal. Also, watch one of my many how to shop for an engagement ring or diamond videos, or mark my words, you will get ripped off. They know this is a one-time purchase you're gonna make and you likely know nothing about it. So like, subscribe, and watch another one now.